Gonna work this time, guys. Finally, there we go. Congratulations, we're live. Holy shit. But yeah. So let's get this over here. Get here. There we go. All right. So, um, today we're talking about our CJF Creator Contest for the week. This week's creator contest is going to be focused on the two AMAs from last week. We had Ori Chain come in and explain a little bit more about like their thoughts on non-custodial DeFi, quant oracles, AI in DeFi trading. So there's quite a bit to go over for that one, and quite a bit you could dive into and kind of like elaborate on, or hell, even tell us what we might have missed when it came to the AMA, what you might have wanted to see when you were there, right? So an experience post isn't necessarily like a review, right? Hey Leo, what's up, brother? Welcome in. Hopefully you guys aren't getting hit too hard this this winter, because we just got slammed a little bit on the East Coast. But yeah, anyway, squirrel off. All right. So what you can do a review post, and you can review exactly what went down, right? Like it's almost like um an introduction. Well, I mean, it's almost like an introductory post. It's sort of like an outline, right? You write an outline based on what happens when you review things, or based on like, that depends, because there's reviewing and there's reviewing. Like if you're doing like, it all depends on the context that you're talking about it in, which is where some of the problems end up coming in, right? Like if I'm asking you to do an experience post, it's based on your experience during the AMA, it's your experience interacting with the community and participating in the AMA, and like what you've learned while you were there, right? You can always sit there and say, hey, like I came here and I enjoyed this AMA, but I felt like some of the topics that were discussed might have been a little lackluster. Maybe they didn't go into detail as much as I would have liked. Maybe I still feel dumb about whatever topic that they were talking about, because it's super technical, or it's really in depth, right? So like you can always go into that and explain that in your post. It's not about not being negative. It's about being constructively negative in a lot of cases, right? Now, a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like anything that can be misconstrued as FUD, right? But screw that, right? You're out here creating. And as much as some companies may not like the negativity around it, if you put it in a way that's constructive and maybe gives a little bit of insight into why you didn't like something, or why you thought something was difficult to connect with, or whatever the case is, it's not necessarily negativity, but it's constructive criticism based on your experience, right? And that's kind of where like experience posts come in. Experience posts helps shape maybe opinions of people that may be coming in. It does lead to some bias. People may notice issues that they weren't likely to notice prior, right? Um, because you mentioned it, and they went and they saw it, and they were like, "Oh my God, you're right. This looks shitty." Or, "Oh my God, you're right. Like I'm not enjoying the experience as much as I possibly could have." So constructive criticism is super important. Okay, when you're writing a post, I'm not going to say don't be negative, okay? I'm going to say don't be maliciously negative. Don't be like, you can always word or phrase things in a better manner, right? The problem ends up being is that most people don't know how to word shit, right? Like most people will come out and just be like, and I've seen this, we've seen this, we've all seen this time and time again across the entirety of Web3. Okay? You see some guy get on X figuring, oh, I've got 5,000 followers, my voice matters, and blah, blah, blah. And start just like ragging on a game because he's upset because something happened, right? Like, Like me, for instance, I got on my soapbox the other day about fucking Wilder World, right? Because I got banned from their Discord, right? I was a little pissed. I was a little pissed that I got banned from it, right? But at the same time, I was constructive about it. I was more focused on where the frig is it? Um, yeah, here we go. I just got banned from the Wild World server for discussing a scam post in a new channel labeled major announcements by one of their admin staff, Casper. There's been no notifications or announcements around the fact that this happened, which likely means they're running damage control or that they banned me for discussing it. Hopefully, not the case. As I haven't really seen too much on the timeline about them having gotten hacked or compromised, I'm figuring that it might have just been covered up because nobody was affected, quote unquote. But realistically, if I saw it, if other people saw it, if I discussed it with people in the server, right? The likelihood is that somebody might have been affected, right? So so realistically, I made a post about it. But no notifications, no announcements, no nothing, right? I don't know if I got banned by somebody who's trying to, you know, take over the server, or if I got banned by their staff because they didn't want FUD. That's not an uncommon event in the space, right? So I posted this out there saying, hey, I hope everything's good. I got banned. If you ban me for discussing this breach in your server, get fucked. If it was part of the breach, then it is what it is. Either way, no skin off me, right? Um, but realistically, it's more about pointing out the potential issues or pointing out the things that can be worked on in the space without being hypercritical, right? Yes, this is being recorded, Crib. Oh, yeah, you should be able to do it in select role. Mimo. You don't have to connect your socials, right? Just enter the name of your account on there. All right? And I may do periodic checks on those accounts, and if those accounts don't exist, you're probably going to get boofed, okay? Just a heads up for everybody. I'm not playing no games anymore. You know? Jeez. All you guys trying to get all the extra goodies. No extra goodies. No extra goodies. Damn it. All right. So, so back to what we were talking about here. So yeah, like I was hypercritical. I got on my soapbox. I started like I wasn't like excessively like rude about it. I wasn't an asshole for the most part. Like I might have been a little crass, but that's just me, okay? But like you'll see some people get on there and like put people like on blast for private conversation that's been had between the team and them having some issue along like creator payments or something like that. Like that's something that you like that's not an experience post. That's a shit post. That's a let me talk crap about somebody post, right? Um that's not necessarily helpful. What you need to do is you need to do it in a way like, hey, Wilder World just got banned from this server. Saw something that looked like a breach in one of their channels. Not sure if they're handling it, but when I mentioned it and started discussing it in this scam channel, I got banned. Right? I wish everybody the best. Don't click any links. Hopefully they secure everything down and nobody gets scammed in the process. Good luck, everybody. Like you can do it without being hypercritical, right? You can do it without being excessively, um, demeaning, or you can do it without talking shit about the project, right? I did it the way I did it because I'm me, and I'm me. I just post how I like to post. This is my style. This is my verbiage. Like, this is how I speak. This is how I talk. I type like I speak. I speak like I type sometimes. So like I try to convey me in all of my posts, and this is very much me. So, but anyway, back on the subject of the where did it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hey, what's up, Kristen? Um, so yeah. Anyway, my main goal. Hey, Oma. My main point with this is that when you're doing creative posts about companies or your experience or whatever, you don't have to be completely positive about them all the time, right? I'm not saying that you should be shilling everything that happened. Like, oh yeah, I love that AMA. I'm not gonna lie, that AMA with Litter Bull was a little rough. We had a little rough. It was a lot rough. We had technical issues. He had trouble connecting initially to the Discord. These things happen, and it's rough, but we made it through it. We survived, and we kept it pushing. Okay, and I'm completely okay with that. Sometimes shit happens. The next time they come on, they'll be better prepared, right? The next time I bring them up, things will go smoother. And we'll have a little more fun because hopefully their platform will be a little more developed, right? Yo, Lucas, what's up, brother? But yeah, so the experience post, and you know what? If you guys do make a post about that the AMA wasn't the best, I can't be mad at you about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking you to make a post. I'm not telling you that you have to write a positive post. And that's something that you guys have to know. Like, you guys don't have to ever write a positive post for any of the projects that you might submit the contest for. Now, granted, if you submit a negative post, you most likely won't win. Because they don't have to say that, like, unless you wrote the most articulate, the most amazing, the most like in depth, like beautiful freaking hand drawn artist like video cinematic like deal that you've got going on there, unless you get like this thing as like a certified like master's PhD level masterpiece and submit it, it still might lose the contest because it was negative about the people. Technically, they can't require you to write positive things about them, but they can say, "Oh well, it just didn't meet up to our standards. We liked other things better." Because taste is subject. Taste is based on the person. All right. I keep like, hold on. Where is it? Oh, let's see here real quick. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, like taste is subjective, right? It all depends on the person that you're dealing with, right? It depends on, and that's why I say don't necessarily cater something that you're trying to win with to an audience unless you're trying to get numbers, engagement metrics, right? A lot of these contests do not require you to have engagement metrics, right? Because that's just how they are. A lot of them do not require engagement metrics. Again, a lot of them do not require engagement metrics. I do not run my contests off of engagement metrics. As much as my bosses probably hate that, I don't run my contests off of engagement metrics. I run it based on how good your posts look, how easily it is to read through these posts. whether or not the media complements the text, okay? Whether or not you've got video in there somewhere that really engages me. How many emojis do you guys have in your post? Do you have a couple? Do you have one or two? Like, is it a full, like, 1,000 character or, yeah, 1,000 word post? And you've only got one or two emojis? That's not too bad, you know. But if you got an emoji every line, I'm going to be like, no, get out of here. All right? If you toss one or two hashtags at the bottom of a post, and that's the only one for the entire thread that you've got, fuck yeah, let's go, right? But but if you have 10 hashtags per post, you're not gonna win. And you know what? M dashes are another thing. Let me get started on M dashes, okay? M dashes, long dashes, all these fucking dashes, right? We've got we've got so many dashes now on the internet. We've got more dashes than we've ever had on the internet outside of classical book PDFs. Okay? And you know why? Because it's ChatGPT. Okay? Don't make me go Pesci here, guys. But yeah. Anyway, there's if you see something trending as being known for AI slop, the moment you see it, you avoid using it. Okay? Because people are not happy with seeing AI slop on their timeline anymore. Right? Like the only things that they care about with the AI slop is videos because people like watching videos. Videos are less friction when it comes to watching, right? So when videos tend to be overlooked for AI slop because videos can still be. One second, guys. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so what was I saying? What was I saying? Um, Somebody remind me. I got sidetracked. My squirrel brain is not squirreling anymore. Well, no, it's squirreling, but it's not. It's not. Yeah. Well, what were we just discussing before I friggin' got sidetracked with the other chat? Oh, kind of like the outline of was it Forrest videos? Yeah. What's up, Harsha? So when it comes to videos and content are one of the things that typically do well. Doesn't matter if it's an AI video. It doesn't matter if it's like, you know, well, I mean, it'd probably be better off if it was like softcore or something like that. Like realistically, um, but videos do really well. Doesn't matter AI or not. Doesn't matter if you have a fucking a watermark on it from some AI generation company or not. Doesn't matter. Okay. The only thing that matters is that it's entertaining and that it sucks them in and they can consume it over and over and over again, right? Because that's what videos are for. They're meant to be something that catches you and keeps you, right? Usually the start of the video is what catches you in. Usually there's some wild crazy fucking thing happening just that moment. Or it's just all wild and crazy because it's so easy to do that now with AI. You know, there's zombie attacks and all sorts of craziness. Like people are producing full movies in AI right now. Like and they're just chugging away at it. You know, they're tossing their prompts in, they're connecting their video flow, and they've got their characters built out, and then they've got all this stuff going on, and they're gonna be making some serious money off of that. And kudos to them. I don't know like I'm pretty sure I know where to start. I just don't have the money for that kind of credits to get started because that is insane. And then top it off, you kind of want your own platform to host them on. My platforms aren't the biggest anyway, so for me to get monetized with that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather just build up my platforms and fuck around and hopefully eventually start getting paid for it. Maybe then. Maybe then we'll all be sitting there creating our AI personas to sit there and have a conversation here. You know, at some point it glitches out and you see like the robot face in the background or some shit. Like at some point that's where we're gonna be. Like people aren't gonna be here anymore. You're gonna be talking to fake content creators just like you talk to fake bots and DMs all the time about how they can help save your money from being lost to crypto and all this other nonsense. All right, like realistically, guys, the creator landscape is changing just as much as the financial landscape is changing, just as much as the labor landscape, the jobs landscape in every world is changing. Robotics and AI are taking everything over. Be ready for that. But for now, and in the future, there's always gonna like be a little niche component to content creation or to jobs or whatever, where the selling point is that they're 100% human. So you gotta see what happens with that, right? But anyway, um, so your videos, your media, your flow, your structure, the spacing, white space in your posts, right? White space in your posts matter. Okay? If you've got one giant text block like this, I'm not reading it. I will tell you right now. Because I know that there's at least two or three other people that are going to be submitting contest stuff, right? That won't have every friggin' text block like this, okay? Not every text block is going to be tight as fuck, all right? Some of us like them loose, all right? Jeez. But what we will do is right is I will go over them for context, right? For content and give you an idea of like whether or not I liked it for the most part. And I will try to produce that in the channels. I got to get back on that again because realistically, it's just time isn't friendly. You know what I'm saying, guys? And I haven't been on top of my game with that, and I need to get back on it. But and I realize that. Just giving you a heads up. I realize that. Time's been tight lately for me. But we will cover that more often. I want to get back into doing like the post roasts and stuff, not just us coming here and chatting about Creators Corner or whatever. Like, yeah, it helps for me to talk to you guys about um how structure is meant to be, right? It helps that I come out here and I talk to you guys about maybe making sure that you're always using punctuation if you're gonna use punctuation once. Just pattern recognition is sticking to your patterns, okay? Like there's so many things that you should do as a content creator, right? And it's hard to keep track of, right? Like you don't have to do them all to be successful, right? You don't have to hit um every possible goal that a content creator would have to be a successful content creator. Um, you just have to produce good content, guys. That's the main thing. Produce good content, right? Make sure that you're promoting it in a good way. They've got a couple of things now with like the X algorithm. Let me see here. Hold on. Per the X algorithm, what is the recommended post post for today? Here there are ways to warm up the account better down promotion. Let's see what it says, guys. Let's take a quick peek here. If I'm not mistaken, I was seeing that somebody was saying, "Oh well, you can warm up your account by going out and replying, and if you reply and you get enough hits, it warms up like the algorithm for your account or whatever, and then your post ends up on more FYPs." I don't know if this is like superstition and like what do you mean something didn't go as planned? Answer me. Oh, come on. It refuses to tell me. It's like, yeah, no, buddy, you're not allowed. All right, well, I'm not allowed. So, all right. Anyway, anyway, let me see real quick. 1 second, guys. Let me back here. Where are we? That's 122. Okay, there we go. Creators Corner. Then it started. Good. We're all good there. Let me see real quick. I wanna check the status with the bot right now to make sure that all the profiles are being properly tracked. For those of you who are here, as you guys know, this week is supposed to be the first week that we're starting with the new system um for checking. Let's see, oh, CJF. Okay. Okay. Girly doesn't have any of her set, apparently. Anita. A lot of people without their thing set. Let me see. Well, you gotta set it now. Now. It's not like you gotta connect it or anything. You just gotta put your EVM address in there. You gotta put your X name in there, your TG name in there. It's not like it's an authorized connection or anything like that. Okay, guys. Yo, Gruesome, what's up, brother? How you been? I see your post on my phone. I don't see it on my chats though. It's so stupid. Okay, I get it. I get it. X don't like me. X don't like me. Elon. Oh, there we go. Finally. What's up, brother? Glad to see you. Um, use a different X account. Quick stuff. Because if I yeah, I feel it, man. What do you mean? What would you been grinding with, Gruesome? Creative work or what? But yeah, um, Steph, what I would do is I would just create an alt account and use that because if I go and I look and I don't see that it's an account, you're gonna get removed from like rewards stuff. So like that's something that I would be careful with. Because just because it's not authorized doesn't mean I can't go and check. You know what I'm saying? So I would recommend I would recommend getting that done. But yeah, I've got all these guys over here. Let me see. Plus, if I don't have your EVM wallet, I can't do anything for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I see Asian guy's got his Twitter handle, but not his TG. You know what? You know what? That's fine, actually. Guys, just add your Twitter handle. Oh, you shadow banned from what? From X? Fuck X. Go do it somewhere else, bro. Facebook, Meta, and Instagram, Twitch, wherever, bro. X is a very small fish in a vast ocean. Okay, well, it's not a very small fish. It's a medium sized fish in a well, maybe it's a large fish. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's a large fish. I'm just trying to shit talk Elon, you know, but it's a large fish, but it's not the largest. It's not, Crib. It's not. Hold on. Let's dive into this, Mister Abraham. Okay, the largest social media platform, right? I'm betting it's Facebook. Facebook, right? Over 3 billion monthly active users, right? Facebook is 3 billion. YouTube is 2.85 billion. WhatsApp is 3 billion. Instagram is 2 to 3 billion. TikTok is 1.6 to 2 billion. Where's X? Yes, I've heard of Pornhub. I'm sure that you know what X might. I'm pretty sure they have a larger user base than X does. Yeah, but gruesome. You just share it on X that you're posting on there. Generational shifts, TikTok. It's ranked approximately 14th. 14th with 516 to 611 million people. monthly. This is a fifth of the size of Facebook. Is there a monetization thing for what, Asian guy? For you mean is there a giveaway attached to this event? Is that what you're saying? Exactly. Facebook holds the crown. Facebook just started doing gaming. Facebook just started doing like amplifying their profile, their alternate pages that you can create, right? Meta, Instagram. Instagram is amazing for reels, for short video content, and it's just about the same size or larger than YouTube. So if you're having issues getting traction on YouTube and your content fits for like food influencer, travel influencer, it's, lifestyle vlogs, um, rants, like random shit, random crazy stuff, sort of like real like Vine content type shit. Like you can do this with Instagram, right? Facebook has it, but Instagram will probably pop you off, right? Whereas like YouTube, you can do it, but you're lost in the sea of other shit that's out there, right? It's kind of the same thing for IG. It's just that it's a platform that loves that shit. Whereas YouTube is more of a generalized video platform and streaming platform, right? Each platform has the shit that it's really good for, right? Um, each platform has what people expect to find, right? Um, let's explore that a little bit. Let's go into demographics. There we go. Let's see. X is shadow banned from Google. What do you mean? Why would X be shadow banned from Google? Oh yeah, yeah, maybe it is. No, you know what it was? It's just that they didn't rank high enough to be mentioned. And this is what I mean, right? Like everybody thinks that their platform that they're on is the biggest, best fucking thing in the world. X is small compared to the next 13 other platforms, right? Crypto Twitter is much smaller than that, then, right? Because if you think about it, if we're on like the 14th largest platform in the world, right? And our audience is small, and then we're a niche within that audience. Not only are we small because we're on X, we're small because we're in crypto, right? But if we can hit Facebook, if we can hit Instagram, if we can hit TikTok, if we can go and push these avenues and get a good following, for one, a lot of them pay really friggin' well when you're creating content, all right? Like a lot of them do. So like it doesn't matter if you're on X probably pays the worst out of all of them right now. Realistically, TikTok pays better, YouTube pays better. Um I mean, you might be able to scale better with X, but TikTok pays better, YouTube pays better. I'm sure Meta pays better for their Facebook and their Instagram shit. Okay, I don't know how you would monetize WhatsApp, um, except for like sending scam like pay me money, Big Daddy posts, like to people. But I don't know of any sort of monetization for WhatsApp. So there's that. But but yeah, so this is what you should be doing when you're looking at different platforms, right? For posting, for content creation, whether it's video or not, guys. Because this dictates what people are going to consume outside of video. It's not just video. It's all media. It's all consumption on that social media platform. Okay? So, let's see what we've got here. User demographics. Age. Core audience is now millennials. The largest single bracket is 25 to 34, right? So, you still got Gen Z, 23% of the population on Facebook. What do you mean X is full of restrictions? TikTok is probably the most restrictive social media platform out there. People still do well on it. You just have to be careful with how you produce content, right? Um, Facebook was notorious for just banning people for random shit, right? Um, you've got YouTube, which for a long time, like, you know what? They're not super restrictive. I actually think YouTube's probably one of the easiest platforms to create for. Not that I've done a lot of creation, right? Like, but I've made quite a few videos. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like YouTube is the one that I worry about the least because they've got the most checks and they've got more transparency as to why you might face an issue with what you're posting. Whereas like when it comes to TikTok, it's just like, oh, here you go, banned or whatever. So that was a little difficult. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, make sure you're going to select a role and you're going to the profile and you're entering your profile information because if you don't, um, yeah, you're not gonna be entered for the contest, and I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for you guys. I want everybody to have a chance to win. But we're gonna start trying it out now, so that I can get that incorporated in better. Yes, I got like sleepy still in my eyes. Wow. All right. So, on that note, we'll get back to this real quick. 30 minutes and your connections to. Oh, dude, I'm tired. I've got like 4 hours of sleep in like the last 36. So, I feel it. Um I feel it. Um But yeah, you need to have make sure that your profile is set up and everything, and that's it. Crib, you should be good. Other than um, I think you've been here for the half an hour already, so I'm not gonna force you to stay. Um, all right, let's see here. Okay, yeah, looks like you are good. All right, wait for me. Hurry up, girly. Hurry up, girly. I'm going to go over this real quick and then we'll start doing the giveaway. So, for anybody who doesn't have it done yet, right? Are you now, girly? um, so, anyway, I'm going to go over this and then we're going to do the giveaway and then you guys are good to go. And we'll come back tomorrow for the DJs then. where we'll go over some trading talk. I'll go and get the couple announcements that I got to get posted out, and we'll be good to go. But yeah, so the world's largest social media platform, 3.07 to 3.2 billion. Majority of the age group is 25 to 34. That's about 30 to 42% of their audience. Okay. Let me make sure it's still good. Yes. Okay. Gen Z, 18 to 24. Present, 23%. Seniors, 65 plus. Usage is stable and growing. Facebook remains the preferred platform for this demographic alongside YouTube. You know what that means? That means that if Facebook is the preferred platform, that's where most of the money is, right? And most of us in our 30s and in our 20s are fucking broke, right? Like realistically, we're like we didn't make a shit ton of money like they did in points of fucking trading and shit that are like I mean yeah some people made off like bandits when it comes to the Web3 space and stuff, but not everybody got a chance like that, whereas like back then people had a decent chance to be able to $30 in the pool already. One credit equals one play. One credit equals every penny goes to pool. Rusty Rocket Man. I'm gonna have to take a peek at this after. It's 12 minutes, bro. Um, but I'll take a look, gruesome. But yeah. So anyway, right? Um, so that means that majority of the money out there is probably here on Facebook, right? So if you can reach that audience on Facebook, you're likely going to be tapping into a huge amount of money that you can then market to, right? Um, so that's always a good thing. Um, gender skews male globally, 56%, though the split is much closer to 50-50 in North America, right? Geography, India is the largest market, 375 million plus users, followed by the United States, Indonesia, and Brazil. So, of course, if there's anything that you're going to be marketing towards any of those demographics, where do you go? Right? India almost has as many users on Facebook as X has total users. Okay? So, like, if you think about that, it wouldn't even, if you're trying to target India, it wouldn't even be worth hitting X to target India. Doesn't matter what you're promoting. Because the majority of the Indian audience is on Facebook. And Facebook has just as many monetization and advertisement based things. Hoshigami, what's up, winner? How you been, brother? But you see what I'm saying? Like, it, your chance of getting somebody who's Indian on on Facebook is like one in 10, whereas on X it's probably like 1 in 100, right? Maybe more, maybe more, right? But think about the demographics of what you're creating. Think about what you're doing and why that audience or that platform is going to work for you. Don't just do shit. Think about the shit that you do, right? Content and consumption, dominant format, short form video, reels. Reels and short videos now account for over 50% of all time spent on the app. Video posts generally get significantly higher engagement than photos or links. Humor and entertainment, memes, viral challenges, and relatable sketches. Nostalgia, throwback content, and childhood memories perform exceptionally well with the millennial slash Gen X audience. Local and community, 1.8 billion users engage with Facebook groups monthly. 1.8 billion users. That's over 3 times X's entire monthly user base. 3 times. Facebook is the biggest social media platform out there, Hoshi. It's one that people underutilize a lot. So, high traffic topics including parenting, local neighborhoods, buy, sell, and hobbies. News. It remains a primary news source for 30 to 40% of adults, particularly Gen X and boomers. That I don't know about that, bro. I think it's because people are yeah, it's partially that. People are used to using it. People grew up using it. So like why would they switch? Especially if they're not going to get a there's the cost benefit analysis to everything, right? And that's something that you guys got to remember, right? There's a cost benefit analysis to everything. Okay? If the cost of time, right, and effort is higher than the reward that you get for something that you're doing, then it's not worth it. Even if it is slightly worth it, to most people, it still might not be worth it. They still might say, it's too much effort, right? It's not interesting enough. I don't like doing that. I don't like that kind of food, right? You want to go out with friends. Does the benefit of hanging out with your friends and having a good time outweigh the cost of you going to eat Indian food, which you don't like? No? Well, guess what? You're staying the fuck home and you're eating tuna or something, right? Because that's the way that it weighed out. But with switching platforms, with picking up a new game, with anything out there, there's a cost benefit analysis. You don't necessarily sit there and write it out as a cost benefit analysis, but within your head, you're sitting there and you're analyzing whether or not the cost of downloading that game is worth it for you to play. Like is the cost of the download, is the cost of the time and effort to learn the game worth me actually having the amount of fun that I think I'm going to have in this game? No. Guess what? I'm going to go play a game I know. So is X. What are you talking about? Hoshi. X is like the biggest platform for AI content right now. All you see are the AI slop videos and AI. Look, there's a lot of AI posts, but there's not that many. But like the videos are all AI, bro. There's no way. Like, come on. But yeah. So like, look into your platform, right? So now this was the first platform. This was Facebook. Let's look at Instagram. Okay. Let's see what it says about Instagram. All right. So this is the age Gen Z and younger millennials, 18 to 34, 13 to 18. 61% use Instagram with a significant portion checking it almost constantly. Older users 35 plus, nearly one third of the user base is over 35, representing a growing segment with high purchasing power. And this is why you look for older demographics typically because of income, location, shit like that. Um, Dominant formats. Reels now account for over 50% of the time spent. And that's another thing. Reels aren't just from Facebook. Reels are from Instagram as well. So they've got two funnels for content, right? They've got Facebook with the community side, and then they got Instagram with like the all the influencer and fucking like, oh my god, look at me, girls. Um, right? And then they funnel both of them in, and it's all part of the same like content network, right? Which is amazing because it's a smart thing to do, right? Carousels. These have the highest engagement rate, averaging 10% because they encourage active swiping and save worthy educational content. Stories, the hub for raw, unedited connection and community interaction through polls, sliders, and direct conversations. Most popular topics: lifestyle and aesthetics. Did I call it or did I call it? Health and wellness. Another one of those like fucking lifestyle vlogging things. Aspirational shopping. Aspirational shopping is not one I've heard of as a brand category. Just saying. Um, and user intent. Primary goal: discovery and inspiration. Users log in to find new trends, products, and lifestyle ideas. Second goal: search. Instagram is being used as a search engine where keywords in bios and captions carry more weight for discovery than traditional hashtags. So that's another thing, right? Let's see. Continue. Let's go to the next one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we've got. YouTube, the most universal platform with high usage across all ages. Gen Z and Alpha, roughly 95% of teens use YouTube, often preferring it over traditional TV or Netflix. I agree. Traditional TV sucks. Netflix is kind of ass. They're super limited. I wish I could get like a YouTube subscription for like $15 and have TV and everything and all that other shit. But YouTube is expensive as fuck because they've got a bunch of different plans. They may not operate like a cable company, but they charge like a cable company and they're fucking expensive. Okay, so yeah, like it's not my. For Insta stories, allow use of links to funnel users of products. Reels slash post can't. Oh, and you can't have like a superimposed link on the video or reel, Jace. That's interesting to know. All right. Oh, but for stories, it's not. Is that it? Stories is just an included feature. Eh. Huh. That's kind of interesting. The bios and stories are the way to get people to click. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So that's where people can click, and you use like your other content to drag people into that other content in some way, shape, or form, so that you can promote or whatever. I see what you're saying. But yeah, so Gen Z and Alpha, roughly 95%. Millennial and Gen X, heavy users of how to and educational content. Seniors, 65 plus, fastest growing demographic, right? Primarily for news and hobbyist tutorials. So if you want to do tutorials and you want to sell some cool like as seen on TV gadget, um, guess what? You can target some old fucks with this one, right? Like, no offense to any of the old fucks out there, because I'm slowly generating, growing into the phase of old fuck myself. 38 this year, so I'm pretty much there as far as most people are concerned. Um, but I still don't consider myself having breached that old fuck gap. Okay, so sorry, you're on your own right now, old fucks. But yeah, seniors, old fucks. Um, this is a good place to go if you want to create. like how to hobbyist content. Do you do fly lures? Do you do like fishing, like creating like bait lures or anything like that? Like you can do that as a hobbyist thing and record it and probably get a shit ton of views and then sell your flies on Etsy through your link on your YouTube. Okay? Click the link in the description and go buy one of my lures. It supports me making 10 more lures to make 100 more dollars. You know, like fuck it, do it, bro. Because otherwise you're missing out. If you have a skill, if you're doing something that's a hobby, but you also tend to make products that you could then sell, you don't have to keep up with demand. You just charge more money, right? If demand is too high, that means your price is probably too low, especially depending on what kind of time you have, right? Available to dedicate to doing whatever that is. And if people want your stuff bad enough, which some may not give two shits, but someone might say, "Oh, you know what? $5 for that fly lure? Fuck it." You know, $10 for that fly lure? Fuck it. And then you've got a customer. Now you're making money on the things that you're doing for a hobby at the same time as making money making videos. So it's a win-win. You might not make great money doing those videos because it depends on what kind of audience you have and shit, but you know, you'd still probably make some money. You'd probably still get monetized realistically. Um Gender, globally skewed. Male to female, males are higher. But the gap closes significantly in lifestyle and educational niches. So women tend to think about brainier and more lifestyle focused stuff. Us guys are dumb and all we want to do is see people running at each other, you know, cart jousting and shit. So yeah. Um Education income, high correlation with higher education levels. The top platform for professionals seeking skill based learning. But that's because everything is hosted on YouTube. Like, I would not be surprised if the courses on Coursera were private YouTube videos. Okay? Just because the amount of people use YouTube as the back end, because it's usually cost effective storage of data. All right. Dominant formats: long form videos, YouTube Shorts, 70 billion daily views globally. Connected TV, CTV, massive trend for 2026. YouTube on their living room TV. Huh. Entertainment and gaming, self improvement, education, product reviews, and music. Four most popular. Two of them being shit that you're not really going to be creating, right? Like unless you get into entertainment and gaming, then yeah. But self-improvement, education, you've got product reviews, which is what we kind of do. And then like music is something I don't do, but gaming is something I do. So like I got a good couple of niches here, thankfully. Um User intent, primary goal, information and utility. Secondary goal, passive. All right, guys. So on that note, we're gonna get this giveaway rolling. Oh, pick your platform. Do some research. Make sure that you're choosing a platform that you don't necessarily have to do this either, right? You could just say fuck it and go do whatever you want. And you know what? If you're successful, congratulations. If you're not, maybe try looking into some information. You know, like, hey, I'm not saying you can't make it. without like doing all this excessive research and like planning and shit. Sometimes just tossing on the cam and going live is what you got to do, right? But this stuff does help, and it will help. So don't knock it. Try it, especially if you ain't got shit to do, right? If you're just sitting there waiting to go live or going live for the next event or whatever it is, then you might as well do it because you're not doing anything else, and it sure as hell isn't paying yet, bro. All right, there we go. I want to see if anybody updated their profiles real quick. All right, let's see. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that haven't filled out their stuff here. Um, JK, Hope Michael, Emmy, Leoton, Quick Steph, Yudi, Ahmed. So there's a lot of you guys that haven't filled out your. Oh, you have done it. Okay, so this isn't working. Then is what the problem is. Um, hold on. All right, yeah, it's okay. Um, oh she. That's that. I prefer the X. Honestly, even if you got to create like a fake X for right now, like a throwaway X, and then in the future I can always swap that out for you when you do get your X back. Okay. But anyway, what we're gonna do, we're not doing it based on the profile right now. Anyway, we can do it based on the time, but we're not gonna do it based on the profile now because I'm having an issue with the profile system apparently. This is one of the reasons why I want to keep testing that, guys, just so that I can know that the profile system, like I know the time system works. I've got the time system down. Time system's not a problem. Um, that the tracking was a difficult time establishing as done. Um, all right. So on that note, romantic dinner. What is that? Popcorn? What the hell is that? What is that, Leo? What is it? Tvarug? How do you say that? Oh, it's cheese curd. Yeah, I'm doing it now, buddy.
Vorog, Vorog,
Vorag. Vorag.
Vorog,
Vorag.
Vorog,
All right. So yeah, I've never been a huge fan of cottage cheese. Um, Leo. Yeah, that's fine. I like learning new words, brother. It's okay. I can't believe this one won't friggin' go for me. Oh. All right, guys. Let's get this. Let's get this party on the on. Let's get this party started. Quote dark man. There we go. All right. There we go. So let me see here. We're gonna that frozen. Oh wait, file import upload. Okay, open now. Let's see. 5 more minutes. Hoshi, why'd you come in so late? Why'd you come in so late, Hoshi? Oh, that sucks, buddy. All right, let's do this. Yep. You know what? Tyler spent 15 minutes in here. He came in, he hung out for around 15 minutes. I'm going to give it from the 15-minute mark. Most of you guys are around that mark anyway. So, that works. And we can do duck races today. Damn it. There we go. Oh, shit. All right, guys. There we go. Ready. Let's do it. InfoFi's going to die, bro. What's up, Web3 boy? InfoFi's dead. Fucking X killed InfoFi, bro. Literally, X killed InfoFi. You can't if you like being platform reliant is the problem that they had. It's not the main source of InfoFi. It's just one of the places where it happens the most because crypto is like the main focus of Web three, of X. X is X is like the main platform that crypto Twitter, that crypto social media is hosted on. But that's only because we're so focused. We're so focused on sticking to the same group of people. Because we haven't built out alternatives. People are starting to move to Reddit. People are starting to do more stuff on Facebook. People are starting doing more stuff on Instagram. We're doing in real life events and stuff now. Like things are moving, bro. It's just gonna take time. But yeah, let's get these three done so I can start getting my announcements and stuff out. Ready, steady, and whack! Let's go! First of three. I'm gonna get my announcement out for this week's contest. This week's contest will be due by Sunday. Sunday in the midday. It'll be 12. It'll be probably Sunday around 4 p.m. UTC that it will be due. It's gonna be due on your experiences. Yeah, you're late already, buddy. Yep. Daniel Pixel is our first winner. Daniel Pixel, congratulations. And on to the next one. Ready, steady, and whack! Let's go. Next one up. Let's see who's going to take it. So the contest is going to be focused on the experience that you had at one of our AMA events over the week. Just one. Not both, just one. Focus on the AMA and the event. You can talk about the community and your experience here with us, but the focus is on like your experience with the AMA and the event, what you've learned, how things went. Congratulations, Annie, on the win. Annie, there's too many friggin' Annies, but I'm pretty sure this is the Annie that I'm thinking of. Where's the Annie? Annie. That's Franny. That's Annie. Okay. Okay. Quack. I think it is you, Annie. I think that is the Annie. Yes, I think it's you. Emmy, it was not you. Um, all right. Last but not least, ready, steady, and quack. Let's go. Oh, I think I fell asleep wrong on my ear. Friggin' hurts. That or I'm getting an ear infection, which would suck. But 5 seconds. Oh no, Emmy! Ahmed took it. I thought you were gonna get lucky there, Emmy, but Ahmed got the win. Congratulations, Ahmed. Annie, Daniel Pixel, please open a ticket. And I'm gonna get to work on that bot after I get done here, so that I can try to see what I can do for that. I gotta make those announcements first. So announcements bot for profiles, and then we'll figure it out from there, right? Um, Beauty, what do you mean you're always left out, dude? You weren't left out. You were in the race. You just didn't win. Because most women need, yeah, yeah, it was you. Most crypto bros want proof of POP. POP. But yeah, bye Nadia. It was nice seeing you. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'm not a boy, guys. Again, your favorite girly. Most people want POP. Just saying. Proof of. Ah, boy. Anyway, guys, we're gonna end this here. I appreciate all of you for taking time to chill and watch with me. Um, Move to other platforms, but will be less effective as we have less creators. Yeah, but they have their own creators on those platforms. Convert the creators that are there. We've got the money. We throw money at idiots on this platform all the time to get them fucking no results. Why would we not throw money at creators on other platforms and say, hey, we'll give you $500 to do some streams and shit on your platform for Facebook? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not getting paid money like that over there, bro. I'm sure of that one. And if they are getting paid good money, then guess what? You just got to be competitive. If they're creating content for pay, they've got a price, right? But thank you, Gruesome. Thanks for hanging out, brother. I gotta check out your video. I still have it here somewhere. I think I bookmarked it, but then I never pasted it. There we go. Ha 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 ha. All right. So I will check that out in just a minute, and I'll get back. Well, I don't know what you were sharing it for. Um, just for me to see if anything, then I'll comment and like and shit. But I don't know what you were. Yeah. Anyway, um, but yeah, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. You're always welcome to come watch on live and any of the platforms that I'm on. But if you decide that you want to watch somewhere else where you can maybe chat in a little bit easier, hang out with the friends, maybe even come up on stage. Maybe I'm feeling generous one day and I'll bring you up. You know, you come hang out, www.discord.gg/CJN friends. Come be a friend, come participate, come hang out with us day in, day out. We're here. Sometimes it's quiet. Most of the time we're busy around event times like today, like now. But Otherwise, we're usually around. I'm about. Just hit me up, tag me, ping me, open a ticket, whatever. If you need something, I'm there usually. But no catch, free money, no catch, for real. Okay, I'll check it out. I'm fucking free money. I'm gonna have to sit there for fucking 10 hours a day clicking a button, won't I? Just to just to get 10 pennies to rub together. Um, but yeah, guys. On that note, I'm gonna close this off. Thanks again. I will catch you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be doing DJ's Den. We're gonna find another topic to go over. Maybe we'll just go look at the market. Maybe we'll just go look at the news and see what's happening with the market. I mean, realistically, I we've gone over the basics. We can cover some more of the basics again. We can, or maybe if you guys want some ideas, hop in Trench Talk and tell me, like, ping me, say Taurus, we want to learn about this. Taurus, we want to talk about that. Come and give me some information. I'll give you some shit. Oh, full games? Fuck yeah! I have to check it out. Rusty Token AI, is that it? I didn't see what this is. Why does it sound like you like Darth Vadering into your fucking mic, bro? Yeah, like sleep apnea or something, bro? Or is it just like a really sensitive mic? I hear is like RustyRocketman.com .xyz. Okay, let's see. Instant hack and drain. Um, wait, what is it? Is it? Oh, it's linear, bro. Cause the neck. Yeah. Um, I'm fat. I know all about it. Um, it's funny how you can work to get yourself into shape and put yourself in one of the most horrific sleep conditions that you could possibly have in the process of getting in shape. Like, and I'm fat and I have the same issue. It's wonderful. I didn't have to. I didn't have to like torture myself to get here. I'm just here. Oh. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna get back to you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. Bye byes. Bye byes.